Alright, almost time for this week's development chat. Let me just quickly test and see if what I need to present today works properly. Let me just go straight to the save data. Right, there's something here that I need to handle. Okay, this one. Okay, this seems to work, right? Okay, this is a locked character. Untrigger it. Now, if I were to unlock the character, go straight to the game. Yep, now I'm playing as the fish. Awesome. But I need to undo the save data. Okay, for the sake of the presentation later. Okay, I think it works about right. I think it works. I think it works fine. I'll just drop into the server for now. Let's hang around a little bit. Perfect. So I guess going forward, I'll need to make a tutorial, right? Tutorial, leaderboard, tutorial leaderboard, sound effects, tutorial leaderboard, sound effects, and integration. Yeah, let's work on those. So stuff like different colors for the ranks, I think this is like low priority. Oh, no color for low priority. Okay, that's fine. Let's highlight the high priority ones. Okay. Tutorial is important. IAP is important. Gacha thing is done. Alright, 1, 2, 3. And integration is important. So left with like all this important but like not exactly fun to do stuff. I believe my IAP code I can reuse from Jamjabua, I think. Yo, Sakana! How's your Saturday treating you? Ah, drinking some tea. Test. Okay. Let me just pop up the chat window. Yellow, Devious, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. I've been so focused on what I'm doing.
Focus, right. working on the combat and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hang on, just let me make sure I adjust the volume correct. Do you mind saying something?
How about you? Check 1 2.
Awesome.
Check 1 2.
Yeah, check 1 2. Yeah. Well, today's Sunday. Right. For a moment, I thought today's Saturday. Sunday, usual time. How come it's only the two of us again? What?
I don't know. Whatever.
Chao says he's joining, but I think he needs to go after a while, so he will probably be presenting first.
Alright.
Then we'll have John. John has been pretty busy with work, apparently. Yeah, I say he wrote about 10 lines of code. Yeah, so we'll see what he has done. Yeah, but yeah, I guess we'll just wait a little bit. Have you been playing any games recently?
No, I have not.
So the last one is the Lamb, Call of the Lamb.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
I haven't played that.
I've been watching a lot of people play different games. Like the new Scorn, I watched someone play.
Right. Scott visually looks amazing, right? But for some reason, it's not been getting very good reviews on Steam.
Yeah, I can see why, because like it's basically tedium. It's very tedious
Right,
in some parts of it.
right.
Hello.
Yo,
Oh.
yo. Oh, two of you came in at the same time.
Yeah.
Did you like watch
Yeah.
the clock tick to 3 and then like, yeah, let's join?
Yeah, basically.
Awesome. So Chao, I guess you can start first today, right? Since you
I
have
think
something on.
I'm starting first today.
Awesome.
Let me actually stream my screen. Give me a sec.
Right.
Sorry, because I just like set this up.
Right.
Give me like 10 seconds.
Yeah, take your time.
9, 8,
One.
6. Wait, let me see. Screens. Okay, there we go.
Just a
Okay,
moment.
tell me if you can see this. Okay. So I did a whole lot in the last 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
I guess. Wait, let me turn off the audio on this. I guess it should be better if like you can hear the audio, but just trust me that the audio is like in already.
Okay.
And also there's directional audio now, so it's actually extremely tweaked up. So when you're playing the game, you can actually tell where the enemies are. Like you can tell how far they are away from you, even if you close your eyes.
Right.
And you can tell whether you're to your left or to your right. And because of some surround sound magic within Unity that I don't know how it works, and my headphones actually support this, I can tell whether they are above or below me. Like they have some kind of like weird thing that allows you to do that for some headphones, and I don't know if it's my imagination, but I can usually tell if I close my eyes whether they are above or below me, or like to the left or to the right.
Right.
So that's pretty good. Also, I did some boss intros, so like that. Wow.
Look at
And
that.
and then he actually starts fighting you and stuff. And so that's for what I did. I think I also did like boss intros for everybody, every single
I would like to.
level,
I would love to
basically.
see the succubus one.
The succubus one. Okay, here we go. It's pretty simple for all of them actually. It's like, but this one is like that. Then there's a cracking sound, and then her body splits open. So I added sound effects for that kind of thing as well.
Nice.
So I also fixed up some lag issues, especially on the last level. It should be about 10 times more efficient in terms of that. Previously, it would like lag a lot, but now it never goes below 60 FPS, even in an editor.
Awesome.
So that's not a glamorous fix, but like it's like something that's important, I think. The optimization issues. So there's that. There is also the fact that it's completely playable by gamepad now. So you can play the whole thing using a gamepad. It supports both DualShock and X input controllers. There's also a tutorial now. So I can play this. The tutorial needs to be rewritten because it has horrible dialogue. I don't think that's gonna win any prizes.
Whoa! Rabbit face.
Yeah, and I'm gonna change the face and stuff. I'm gonna make it a cherub. Cherub? Like the baby kind of thing from the biblical myths, you know.
So this is tutorial.
Yeah, this is tutorial. And then once you're done, you can kill it, and you're like, oh, you're ready, wow. And then it basically transports you back. The other thing that I did I show you guys the finished Satan, by the way?
Finish
Don't think you
Satan
did.
in game? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
let me make myself invincible. So yeah, so the first thing is like you have to hit these, and I'm getting hit all the time because I set myself invincible. I just want to show you guys the mechanics. You hit each of these and it kind of activates them, and then you can kind of kill them like that. So it's like a precursor to the boss, just a small intro. Then what they will do is they will come up like that, and then they'll combine. And then you can't hear it, but he's speaking Latin in reverse, and it's directional as well. So it's pretty creepy. Then there's this phase here where he like starts doing all these like melee moves on you, and eventually once you get him down to a certain amount. Oh, and also for this boss, right? There's no power-ups or anything. It's a pure raw boss fight, and I wanted to have a very steady difficulty curve for this one, so I made that decision. And yeah, so this is the final phase.
Oh, there we go.
Hatred.
Yeah.
Also, I need to change the
Very,
name Lucifer Morningstar because I realized I took that from the Sandman novels and that's not his actual name.
Wait, sorry, say again? Super Morningstar.
No, I named him Lucifer Morningstar in the previous boss thing,
Ah.
but that's like a made up thing in Sandman, so I kind of need to change that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like normally I'll be dead right now, but yeah. So I haven't finished up the ending for this yet. But yeah, the goal is like to basically get the tentacles out of the way. And he'll be speaking in reverse Latin, but he'll be speaking deeper and more demonic. It'll be more like around you at all times.
Question.
Yeah.
Who's the voice actor?
Freesound.com, yes.
Oh! wait, how do you get Latin?
If you search reverse Latin, you get a bunch of results actually.
Oh, that's so specific. Interesting.
Yeah, you get reverse. You can search reverse Latin demonic and you'll get a bunch of results.
Oh.
So I'm actually working on an ending scene, so this is one of the things that I'm making for it. But it's gonna be combined with a bunch of other stuff and shaders and stuff like that. But it's like one of the animations that happens. You amalgamate with the heart and you become the new Lord of Hell, basically.
How many keyframes do you need for it to work like this?
How many keyframes? I needed let me check.
Because I thought it's pretty amazing that it knows how to
needed this
interpolate the vines, right?
Yeah, I need about 9 basically.
9, right.
Because there's like some like here where it just pops up a bit and altogether it's like 9. But if it's just like the colored frames and all that, it's about I think 6, 7, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's something I got inserted in. I also am working on the art book for it. So this is one of the pieces that I've been working on. And yeah, it's coming along quite well. I think other than that, the main thing is the sound and intro tutorial to the bosses and the tutorial. And yeah, just a bunch of fixes across the board. The whole game is playable from start to finish. It needs a bunch of polish still, but almost everything has been done. It's mostly inconsequential, not inconsequential, but like not important to the gameplay stuff. Right. Like the ending is very important, but like it's not like core to the gameplay or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's stuff like that that's left basically, and I'm planning to use the next week to do that. Today I actually plan to spend it finishing up all the sound effects. So actually my friend is over and we're going to like just like listen to it and like try to put all the sound effects properly. For example, for Greed, right? If you remember the boss, I'm gonna make myself invincible here. The boss is the Illuminati symbol and he fires off coins at you. He actually like fires them off at a different pitch than when you hit the coins. So it's like very ASMR-ish.
Right.
There's also a Doppler effect actually. Do you know what's a Doppler effect?
You mean like when a car like drive past you?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so when the velocity of your audio listener and your audio source is dramatically different, it will change the pitch.
Nice.
So I have that in here as well. So it's I spent quite a while like fine-tuning the sound because I'm starting to realize that it makes a huge difference when you're using headphones. It makes it like a completely different game almost.
Right.
So that's quite nice. But yeah, like there's that, and then I think I also made it so that the gamepad can navigate all the menus, which was a huge pain, but I got it done. And
So
yeah,
like if I were to shake my gamepad, it will switch to like gamepad mode for the UI, right?
I'm thinking of making it so that you don't have to select gamepad. So there's the gamepad selection here, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of making it so that it's always on, basically. There is one problem with that, and I think you all know the problem. It's gonna be if there is there's a controller drift issue.
Yeah.
And then that will screw everything up. So I'm not sure whether I should do that. It will be a lot more convenient for the vast majority of people, but for some people it will cause problems, and I don't think those problems are gonna be. They might think it's a problem with the game rather than with their controller, you know?
Yeah.
I would have to like adjust the dead zone quite a bit, and I don't know, it might not be worth the hassle basically.
Yeah.
So I have to think about that.
How do you spin it on a controller?
So the thing about the controller is let me bring out a picture of the DualShock maybe. Give me a sec. Game controller. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so there's two thumbsticks, right? So you can use either one of these. So if you're using the left one, you can press an X button. If you're using the right one, you can press the down button on the D-pad. So you can switch between the two if you're like, if you want, if like your hand gets tired after playing for a long time, you can switch between them. So yeah, but that's basically how you control it. Then in the menus it's just D-pad.
Yeah, the stick
yeah.
works great. I mean, we tested it before, right? Yeah, it works
Yes,
great.
it actually plays for every single playtester that I've asked whether the gamepad works better or mouse works better. Every single one has told me gamepad is more natural and intuitive. I find mouse easier, but that's because I've been using it for a year, so it's very biased.
Right.
So yeah, and that's basically it. I think other than that, I mean, I did a lot of other stuff, but they're mostly like fixes, right? So I think the main thing in terms of like fixes is there's one more thing that I didn't go into. When you got hit last time, right, there used to be a physics problem where that like physics delta time would be inaccurate.
Okay.
But and that will cause physics issues, but like now it's no longer a problem.
Sorry, only when you get hit and then delta time cause an issue?
Because when you get hit, right,
Yeah.
time slows down.
Ah.
So the problem with that is that when time slows down, right, I actually modify the delta time of the physics to be in conjunction with it.
Right.
But that would cause problems, so I fixed that as well.
Right.
And it was a little bit more troublesome than I thought, but it got it working. Other than that, yeah, it's mostly like small bug fixes. I think the main thing out of all of this is still the optimization, because the optimization used to be, it will be disastrous. For the last stage, right, not the last stage, but like the one with Succubus.
Yeah.
This one. So for this stage, right, it used to be that sometimes the FPS would go, like, it will just freeze up sometimes. The reason for that is because it's birthing a lot of children, right? And some of these children have like 50 segments as a rigid body, right? Like that. So it's like a lot of segments, and there's like some larger eyes that you can spawn as well. So the problem with that is that when it's spawning all of that, it's causing like some physics initialization issues. So it was a pain to fix that, but now that it's fixed, it doesn't just not freeze, it doesn't go below like 60 FPS in editor, so I'm pretty happy with that. And that affects a lot of other stuff as well, because anything that has the eye enemy is now like much more efficient. Yep. And I think that's basically it.
Wicked sick, man. So that's 2 weeks from now we'll be seeing it in the stores, right?
Yes, I think almost 100% I will finish it by this week. I'm probably today going to set it to be a Halloween release, because it's basically finished. Everything else is kind of like nice to haves, but it's basically done. Yeah, I'm just going to like set it in the store, and then like in 1 week I hope to finish up everything related to it, including any nice to have that I want, right? Like, so even like extra sound effects, polish, whatever, everything needs to be done basically by this week, by the end of this week. And that's going to be a bit of a rush, I think, because there is still some parts left, and I'll obviously like underestimate some parts just naturally.
But
other than that,
you're not gonna work yourself into you're not gonna work yourself sick again, are you?
Well, the question about that is, I guess, yeah. So that's a tough question to answer, because right now my health situation isn't completely stable either.
Right.
So even if I don't work, I might still have issues there. And yeah, the medication seems to be working, but what I will say is this: I'm almost 100% sure that at least by, if not by this week, by the middle of next week it'll be done. That'll be cutting it super close.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be done by Halloween basically. Unfortunately, I can't enter the Steam sale, the Halloween sale, But
Is it because the new game cannot participate in the sale?
there is that, but you can actually contact, and I've been told this, you can actually contact Steam's, you can open a ticket and have them consider your game as an exception and tie the launch discount into the sale.
Oh.
That is allowed. However, there is also the problem of when the sale starts. And we're not allowed to say when the sale starts, so we won't get into that.
Ah, right, yes. Yeah.
Like, it's supposedly only developer information, but let's be real, everybody knows when the sale starts.
Yeah.
You can just Google it. It's leaked every
I
single
just did a
time.
quick Google and you can just
Yeah.
Sometimes it got leaked to Kotaku, right?
Yeah, it gets leaked every single time. So like at this point, it's like it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to reveal it, but everybody's gonna know.
Yeah.
So, but basically, it's because of that. Then I need to. I can't release it by then. I think. I think that's a bit of too much of a rush.
Right.
So, I think I'm just gonna stick to Halloween. I'm just gonna release it on Halloween and pray it does okay. I probably need a week before to just like send out keys and email people and stuff like that. But yeah, next week, basically what I'm planning to do next week is finish up literally everything. So the main things for that is the ending. The ending is still missing. There's some stuff that is weird. Like for example, a sloth boss, right, is very big.
Yeah.
He's this huge guy who like hits you from the top, and if you kill him, he just disappears, and that's bad. That's really bad. So I need to fix any like visual glitches like that. The SFX should be all done by today. Every single piece of it should be done by today. Actually, I have some stuff here that I've done, but I haven't crossed off. Actually, yeah, most of this is done.
Yeah, you have the
Achievements.
tutorial is done as well, right?
Tutorial is done, yes. But achievements have not been touched at all. But it should not be hard based on my experience with Steam achievements. It's fairly easy to implement. Yeah, so basically it's the ending and the achievements. That's the large parts that I need to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you guys have any like, I don't know, advice, thoughts like on this like last stretch? Because like just 1 week left.
Well, I don't know what
final
else to
feedback?
say. I think it looks great. It's almost ready. It looks great.
Oh yeah, and obviously like additional visual polish, like these hands, the ones here at the bottom. These are obviously like placeholder UI still. I need to make sure everything's finalized. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Devious. What are you gonna say?
Devious?
Oh, when you hover over stuff, does it highlight?
Yeah. Well, it does. For the weird thing is that like it does, but like at my testing resolution, it doesn't do it as visibly, and when I transfer it over Discord, it's even worse. So I need to make that more obvious maybe. But for some of the other ones, it's a bit more obvious. Like for here, for example, it's a lot more obvious.
Yeah.
So I have to probably make it like consistent throughout all. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Let me put that in.
Yeah, because every time you were hovering over the level select, I was like, is he supposed to press that or? Because nothing was like changing or anything.
Yeah, the thing is when I for the gamepad, right, I actually made it so that when you plug in your gamepad, let me try to do it right now actually. See, when you're using a gamepad, right? I'm using a gamepad right now. It actually changes it so that like highlights the thing. But when you're using a cursor, it's like I think it's a bit more distracting, so I don't do that. But yeah, then you can highlight it here as well, and then you can turn stuff on and off.
Wait, what's it look like in the
without the
level
gamepad?
select? No, level select while using the gamepad.
No, level select while using gamepad is the same basically. You can just use like left and right on D-pad. That's basically it. The reason why I'm not using gamepad to show it off to you right now is because I'm encountering a bug with the gamepad when like multiple gamepads are being used and the second one is being used. So I need to source information from all of the gamepads, and that's a bug I need to fix as well.
Right.
But yeah, it's just stuff like that basically, like that I need to fix. Like mostly visual glitches. At this point in the game, still has some actual glitches, but it's almost entirely visual. I think the biggest one is for Lust. If eye snake tries to fertilize an egg, and the segments it has is very little, it will look weird. It will look like it's floating above the egg. So I need to fix that. But other than that, and that's a visual glitch. That's not really
doesn't affect gameplay.
Not really like, yeah, it doesn't affect gameplay. So in terms of gameplay glitches, as far as I know, the only one, and it's very minor, is Envy has like, I've seen it happen once, where like the chain of the enemy can get stuck in the wall, but it's very, very, very rare. And I've like in a year I've seen it once. So I'm still gonna fix it, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue. That one does affect gameplay though. But other than that, I don't know of any other gameplay bugs.
You know how it happens?
Yes, it's a problem with Unity's physics system, and rigid bodies and hinge joints being stuck in each other. But I can fix it because it's a circle, right? I can actually fix it by manually limiting its position. So I can actually fix it that way.
Right.
Since there's no colliders within that it can hit. So yeah, so that should be pretty easy. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing.
No worries, we didn't see what that is. Okay, cool, man. Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chao, that looks great.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. But any like parting words of wisdom, since this is like my last stretch basically.
Wisdom?
You can start sending keys now if you haven't.
Oh yeah.
Keys now.
Yeah,
I
just
need to
to
generate
get the,
some if...
Yeah, because it's going to take them a while to actually see the email, and then to actually respond to the email.
But you don't do it by email, right? I mean, you do it from the Steam interface, and they usually take half a day. Oh, you mean sending keys to the... Oh, you mean like to the YouTubers? I thought you meant like getting it from Steam, sorry. Yeah, okay. I misinterpreted that. The thing is, I don't... Like, can you send pre-release keys? Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, it's like a whole little section. It's like a...
Right, okay, I'll look into it.
It's like a beta thing or whatever.
Yeah,
you
I'll
just
look
can't
into it.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe I can set up the Steam stuff today as well as the sound effect stuff, because you're right. Halloween is pretty tight deadline, right? Just like...
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
14 days.
I think like generally, I think like the latest most people would start reaching out to people is 2 weeks before.
Yeah, it is already 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Now. Oh man. I still want that Halloween release date, but is 1 week before okay? Like
it's tighter, right? I mean, how long does it take for the YouTubers to reply to you, Devious?
It really depends. Some of them took a week, some of them took 2 weeks.
Yeah, the same for me.
It also depends on it also depends on how familiar they are with the person. So like if you're just new, if you're just like a new developer, it's gonna take them longer because they're gonna focus more on the games that they're already hyped for, and they're gonna focus more on. Well, like I mentioned last time, since it's Halloween, there's a bunch of games that have come out that are like horror based.
Yeah, like Scorn.
Scorn just came out. Yeah. Scorn was actually a disappointment, surprisingly, to a lot of people.
I think they were expecting a first-person shooter, right? But then it became a first-person.
See, that's what I'm hearing, but the people that I've watched weren't expecting that so much as it just.
It's just really short.
Is it short? I haven't seen them play through the whole thing. But
it's like a few hours, I think.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That probably didn't help either.
Yeah. Yeah, also correct me if I'm wrong, but let's say, like say a YouTuber received an email, right, and then they noticed that they got the email, like they read the email late, and they see that there isn't enough time to cover the game before launch, or maybe they read the email like after the launch of the game, right? There is a chance they will just not cover it at all, right? Like there is a bias towards covering games before launch.
Well, it really depends on depends on their backlog, and it depends on. Again, like if they know you or whatever.
Yeah.
If they're familiar with your work, or if the game looks particularly interesting.
Right.
Because at that time, they have a huge backlog, or some of these bigger ones, anyways.
Yes.
If you focus on the smaller ones, they're a little quicker about it. The smaller the streamer, the faster they'll probably react, or
Right. Yes.
Send back, the word.
But
I forgot the word to use.
Am I right to say that there are like let's say the bigger YouTubers, right, who's really focused on like a launch day release of their videos, because that's when their videos gets the most hit, right? So it's like business to them, right? Yeah.
I would say some of them, but then from what I've
them.
seen, some have released. Okay, for example, a bunch of the people that made videos on my game released their videos after the game had already come out.
Right.
Actually, I think almost all the videos.
and they're not
all
exactly,
the big ones.
They are not small, right? Like the YouTubers are not small.
Yeah.
Right.
The big ones that covered mine covered it after it would already came out.
Same for me as well, actually. For Hi at least.
Right.
Yeah, I can see how some of them would. It's really dependent on what their whole scheduling is and all that. Like what games are coming out, because they have to focus on the ones that catch attention and whatnot. So if a game happens to come out that's already catching a lot of attention, then they're going to focus on that game and skip over your game for now. They might come back to it later, but I don't think they'll just skip over the game entirely because they missed the release date.
Right.
The big problem is though, if your game's already being covered a lot, some people might not cover it because of that, because then they lose out on some of that viewership or whatever. But then again, some other people do still release videos on it like a few days, a week later, sometimes months later.
Right. But that particular case, that's what the embargo is for, right? It's like, okay, you can only release it after this time, right? So a lot of YouTubers will take into consideration the time, and then once the embargo is lifted, they will publish their video.
Yeah. But I mean, typically you want the embargo to lift right around when your game is released, so that you can generate more hype and people will see the video, whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe a week before. It also depends, because you want to build hype before it as well. It depends on you.
I think in terms of I think the most important thing, at least for me, is announcing the actual release date. At least that's one of the most important things for me.
Right.
And I think I should announce it quite soon, either today or tomorrow, as long as I am fairly sure that all of my plans are in order and it will almost 100% be done by that time.
Nice.
So I think I'll actually release that announcement tomorrow publicly. And also, I just updated actually the Steam page to be released on Halloween. So just in the past few seconds.
Right.
So I think everything should go according to plan, but it's a very tight. It's only I probably only have a week or so for actual marketing and stuff. But I do wanna. There's a few parts to this. One of them is that my health situation. I'm actually on medication that is supposed to be temporary, basically.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be taking this in the long term, but they're only allowing me to take this because I was I need to finish this project. But after that period of time, until Halloween, I'm not allowed to take it anymore. So it's a weird situation for me where I'm actually restricted physically rather than time or whatever.
Right.
Because if I can't work on it after Halloween, so that's why I'm so set on releasing it on Halloween. Because otherwise, the drugs that I'm taking, it might be not dangerous, but it'll be unhealthy to take it for that much longer. So that's why the doctors advised me to just go into Halloween, then stop taking them.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
yeah. So.
Sorry. Yes.
Oh, did you want to?
No, I was just gonna. I was just gonna say
go ahead.
Perhaps you probably have already thought of that, but are you gonna do cross promotion between Hi and Scout Chains? I think you can promote Scout Chains on the page, on the Hi-Yi's store page, right? Under announcement.
I think I will, because a lot of people do that, so I probably will. I don't know how much that'll help, but it will definitely help at least a little bit, and it doesn't hurt, so I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
But I think overall, it should go through, but I have to release it by Halloween for numerous reasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
And I
all the
think,
best,
yeah.
man. I mean, in any case, the game looks about done already. So
Yeah, in terms of like, in relation to Hai, I feel like it's a better game. So, and it's definitely got a lot more actual content for it.
Yeah.
So I think like it has maybe, I think it's about 4 hours to 5 hours of gameplay, like, and it's all very different. So I'm pricing it at $10, and it's gonna go on sale
right.
like pretty often after like half a year maybe.
Is it $10 or $9.99?
I think it doesn't matter because regional pricing, right? Regional pricing will change the price a little bit.
Right, but
depending on where you live,
USD
so.
would be $10 USD.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess will it make a difference?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Like some people.
It does.
9.99 makes a
Yeah.
difference, right? Yeah.
I mean, in that case, then I'll just do $9.99 then.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's a psychological thing, right?
Yeah.
No, I think what I'm saying is that does it make a difference because most people will see a different price anyway. They won't see $9.99.
All right. No. Sorry. So there is a section, like called what, less than $10 titles, right? So
Yeah.
if you price it at
But it's
$9.99,
also
it will
a
show up
thing,
there, right?
man.
But it's not less than $10, Chiny.
Oh, what
It's
is
less
it?
than 12.
Oh, less than 12. Oh.
They have like a small
Wait,
gap
when it
because
says
of
less
the
than 12, is it USD or Singapore dollars?
USD because there's a gap because like of that. As far as I know, it's because of the regional pricing thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's why it's less than $6. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me check this actually.
Because I always thought it's
Sure.
12 and 6 because it's Singapore dollars. Maybe I got it wrong.
No, I could have sworn it was 5 and 10.
Oh,
I'm just
Devious,
checking now.
Devious American. So maybe we can.
Then maybe it's maybe it's like maybe it's a Singapore thing. Maybe
Yeah.
the
Where would you
pricing by
go to
Singapore
look
price
for
thing.
that? I've never.
I'm not sure actually. I just know that every time I've seen it on like Steam, it's always like under $6 or what.
Right. Yeah.
for it.
Because we see in our own currency. I think if we just turn on the
Maybe.
VPN and switch to a different region.
Right, I'll look into that.
Hmm.
But in any case, $9.99 and 10 there's no difference to me anyway.
Yeah.
Really, like so I think I'll just put it at $9.99 if
Okay.
that's the case. But yeah, I think that's about it. I do have to leave early because I need to start working on it more. I'm doing like a whole day work session today because I need to finish up the sound effects and it's a non-trivial task. So I'll probably have to leave like now.
Oh,
But,
okay. Yeah. All the best, man. Have fun with your
Good.
playtesting.
Thank
Well,
you.
So there's a little slider
luck,
here
Chao.
that just letting you know real quick before you go. There's a little slider here, and the slider goes by 5s.
It's by 5. Okay,
Yeah,
then I
so
guess
like-
it's just a Singaporean thing then.
Yeah.
Like it's just probably because of the pricing difference. Like then it's just Singaporean thing. Okay, I'll look into that to make sure. But yeah, thanks.
Alrighty.
All right, bye everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye,
Enjoy
Chao.
yourself.
Good luck.
Good luck.
See you.
Bye. Okay. So John, would you like to go next?
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure,
Give me like 2 minutes.
You have 10 lines of code to
That's
show.
all I
So you
need.
say.
Yeah, 10 lines of code.
10 lines of code.
Sure.
Let's make a guess. What have John done?
What have I done?
Yeah. What has John done?
Well, at least my hand doesn't slip and start working on a new project.
Yeah, Chiny. Could you?
No. Yeah, because my hand didn't move at all and I didn't do anything.
Right.
So previously, the charging thing around the reticle was just a line, right? And so it was like 1 pixel wide. So I changed it to use a torus instead, and so now it's thicker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What else? Pop and I
Like
changed the.
snowballs when they burst.
Sorry, what? I didn't hear what Devious said.
Oh, they look like snowballs whenever they blow up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Snowballs.
can totally made it like a Christmas theme, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Put little
Yeah, Christmas
Santa hats on the ducks.
Yeah. Yeah, and instead of throwing like black balls, it would be like snowballs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Could do that, yeah.
Christmas ducky.
Yeah.
Christmas duckies.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I also changed the textures, like it's randomized now. The textures on the ducks are randomized.
Yeah.
And also the level layout is randomized. Well, I mean, like I have like a fixed number of ducks for each level, but the positions they're in is randomized.
Right.
Yeah, that's and then I tweaked like some of the like the shooting velocity and stuff like that, and also made some improvements to the controls. Like now it handles, like there are some devices where you have both touch and mouse inputs that support both touch and mouse inputs, and if I'm not wrong, if you support the pointer events API, the system will generate, the browser will generate both types of events, which screws things up.
Right. Wait, sorry. Can you?
I know.
So I've like already forgotten what the pointer events API is. Can you briefly talk about it?
Right. So the pointer events API is supposed to combine all the pointer events into one single API.
Sorry. So what's the pointer event?
Pointer events are like your mouse events, your touch events, your pen events.
Right.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be this one single set of events that you can listen to, so that you don't have to write, for touch, write callbacks for mouse, write callbacks for your pen, all that.
Right.
Yeah. But in the end, it turns out that you still probably have to do that. But anyway, the thing is, if you handle like on touch, on pointer start or something like that, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But basically, some browsers will automatically generate mouse events as well if you don't prevent the default action on touch events. Because sometimes the browser needs to simulate mouse events as well for websites that only do like on mouse move, on mouse down, on mouse up.
Yes.
Right. So the browser has to simulate those events from your touch events.
Yes.
So you kind of gotta tell the browser to cancel those events, not generate those events if you're using touch.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I had to do, like, add a bunch of what's it called, prevent default in some of my
does it pain you that like you want to make a game, right? And then you have to handle stuff like lower level stuff like this.
Yeah, it hurts. It's so bad. We kind of have to do that anyway. Like if you handle for example for Chao's game, right? If you touch the gamepad, then you're supposed to switch controls to the gamepad.
Yeah.
If you move your mouse, then you're supposed to start using the mouse again. So you still kind of have to handle.
True.
It's unavoidable, I guess. You think?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's never that straightforward, right?
Yeah. If you want to handle like different types of inputs, then life sucks.
Yeah. Cool, man. So what else, John?
What else? No, I'm just wondering if it's a good idea to what do you call it? To randomize the positions of the ducks. Like, should it be deterministic so that if you are like a super good player, you could. So the idea is that I'm gonna add a timer into this thing, right?
Yeah.
Right, so you have a limited amount of time to complete your shots. But like you could end up with a really badly laid out set, if you get what I mean.
Yes, but I don't know. Like I don't feel like it would matter because of like it's such a small game. It's meant to be replayed over and over. Right? It's the carnival style.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Don't give yourself too much trouble, right?
Yeah. Sometimes
small game.
Sometimes you might like end up like overthinking stuff like this, but I think gamers wouldn't even like care. I think.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll just put the link in our Discord and.
Fantastic.
Chiny, you can share that with everyone else to just test the. I would like to get some feedback on whether the controls feel alright right now. There's still some things I need to do. Right now you can just spin like 360. So I guess that's not the best thing to do. So I'll add a limit on that.
Right.
On Safari on iOS, the fire button for touch controls, the fire button is still weirdly positioned on iOS. It's supposed to look like this.
Yeah.
But on iOS, I just get on my Safari. At least I get a semicircle. So that sucks. Anyway, I'll fix that. Yeah. So that's what I'll do next week. Add the timer. Fix up some UI stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And maybe make the button look nicer. Make this button.
Yeah.
How do you play this on phone? Like you can just open it on a phone and just.
Yep.
Yeah, just open up the web browser, right, on the phone, and then.
Yep.
Right.
And go to that link.
And then you just go full screen. Would it just go full screen?
No, it doesn't go full screen. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
How do you?
I don't even know if it's possible. Sorry?
How do you get the border to like fit and all that?
How do I get the border to fit?
Oh, let's say I open it on my phone in the browser. Does it detect your dimensions and just?
No. Right now, no. I haven't gotten around to doing the whole make it landscape thing. So no. You end up seeing something like what I'm seeing right now, just like a very limited view of the playing field.
Right.
Just scroll more. Just move your thumbs more.
But this is not supposed to be, right? Yeah, you're gonna switch to landscape. Right?
Yeah, I just don't know like what's the best way to do that.
Right.
Anyway.
Draw it onto a separate render target and then flip, like rotate it and then draw to screen.
Yeah, I guess that's the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Cool, man. Oh, it looks. Gameplay is done, right? Gameplay is done. It's just polishing and leaderboards and the stuff.
And the timer. The gameplay is not done.
Oh yeah, the timer. I forgot about the timer. Yeah, feedback also, right? Feedback, like, combo, make it sick, you know?
Yeah. Did you know that it's possible to... Cool. You know it's possible to hit 4 ducks.
4 ducks?
Yeah. Like, you aim it really well, you can like hit 4 ducks in one shot.
What a fantastic demonstration.
I'll show you.
Swear.
I've done it before. It will happen one of these days.
Ooh, that's 1 duck, John.
Oh, I did tweak them. No, there's no
Is
restart.
there like not a quick restart button? You see that I already screwed up my life.
There's no restart yet.
It's
I have to refresh the
button.
website. That's how we restart. Alright, awesome. Cool, man.
Yeah, so next week, time. Important stuff first, the time.
Time, alright. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Fantastic. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. Why is there a button that says start an activity?
Yeah, no idea.
Start a what?
An activity,
An
like
activity.
there's a button on
we can play games together. Hey.
Really?
We can watch stuff together. Wow.
Really? Wow.
We can watch YouTube together.
I mean, you're just gonna watch something with your girlfriend. Let me just click on share.
No, Chiny, we're supposed to watch YouTube together right now.
What? Okay, hang on. Let me just share my screen. Is my screen showing?
Yes.
How do I get out of this?
Are you stuck? Are you stuck?
Yes. The mouse wasn't going up.
Wait, what?
I was playing this game and I was like, out of my exit.
Oh, that's the back button, I guess.
Yeah, I just pressed the Windows button and I paused it.
Escape, right. Oh, you full screen it?
No, I didn't. I just clicked on the thing and
and then you're stuck.
Oh, I
And
see.
you're
I see.
stuck forever.
The game's got you.
Yeah,
Game's
it's got
got
me in its
you.
clutches.
Yep. Okay. Anyways, this is my game. Let me show you what I've been working on for the past week. It's primarily just this one thing, that character screen. So you can see, right, the character screen has like 3 pages. One being well, whatever this page is, right, for unlocking a character. You can see that this is modded after my childhood. This gacha pop machine. Sorry, what?
Gone into gacha. Now you're making gacha games.
I'm not
Chiny.
doing. God damn it!
What the hell can you
First
say?
taste.
It's funny because like,
down.
because we talked about this exact same thing. I talked about this exact same thing with Devious last week. We were talking about how the gacha term, right? The term gacha has been so poisoned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is going to draw a reaction like yours. It's like, oh, you're doing gacha. No, but
Chiny, what a sellout.
but I'm not. So my intention, right, is to allow players to unlock a new character, a guaranteed new character. So that's what I intend to do. Now, I just thought, like, I'm presenting it this way because it seems like a fun thing to do. Also, I can, like, instead of asking players to choose a character at random, I just thought it's more fun, to give it to them at random, because the characters, right, in my game are functionally the same. They don't behave differently. So that's one thing. So this is the page here. Well, let me show you. I have the character selection page as well. So this project, right, as well as the project Robo, that 2 project, I'm using my new framework, and in this framework, I'm using the stack-based game state manager. The one that we used to use, right, for our projects. So what that means is that like in this state, in this character's state that consists of 3 pages, what I can do is when I want to say introduce a new behavior to just this page, right? This page, which is the character selection page, what I can do is when I click on this button, right, I pushed a new state on top. Then this new state is called the character select state, which has the code for switching characters, right? So I click on this button, it triggers a new state.
Nice.
Yeah, so I pass like a few objects to this new state to let this state control what happens on the screen. So there we go. So like the transition animation is all done on a separate state. So it's not all like within the same page itself. And then I can
That's good.
yeah, then I can navigate.
Looks good. Looks good.
Oh, thank you. So you can see that this character is currently question mark. I have like 2 characters in total at the moment. I cannot select this character, right, because it's locked. So I go back to General Ginger. Then I'm here. I'm here at this page. You can see that I have like tickets. I have like 136 tickets because I've been playing my own game quite a bit. And you can see that there's a ticket cost, like 15, right? So let me unlock a character.
But before you do that, Chiny, I just want to mention something.
Okay.
There's no arrows that indicate that you can move to the character select screen.
There is. Oh yeah, I think that's a good point. But there is like 2 arrows, but it's very small. I'll point out to you in a moment. Maybe I can like improve upon that. Yeah. But in any case, right now I have this capsule. Right, if I click on it, I get the character. And then I click on it once more, right? I go straight to. Wait a minute, it's not supposed to go to this page.
Oh no.
Oh no! It's supposed to go here. Okay, so that's a mistake. I need to fix that. Let me write that down. Fix.
But that was really cool. The animation was really nice.
Oh, thanks, man. Hang on.
I think you should still like do the little tappy thing where you like keep tapping it, and then it comes out. It's not automatic for the anticipation.
Right.
You get the ball, and then the ball's in the unopened state, and you keep. And it's like
that's a good point. Right? I'm actually like I was thinking whether I should do that because if you notice the animation, the initial animation is kind of like pretty. What's the word for it? Pretty indulgent, right? Like it's it takes its own time, you know, I shake the gachapon machine, and then it spits out a ball. So that already takes out some time. So I was wondering if I should take out more time, right, by making the player, you know, tap multiple times on the ball. What do you think? Do you think it's fine?
Do it again.
Oh,
if you can.
Yeah,
I think you can do it
yeah, I
again.
can't do it again. But
Yeah.
but if I were to overwrite my save data, then I can do it.
Delete.
There you see, everyone. You can see how to get all the characters in the game.
Are you going to Oh, you got it.
Oh, you mean like encrypt it or something using
Yeah.
some like HMAC function? Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it in
Oh,
plain
really?
text. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
really?
fine. Like if the players want to cheat, I'll let them cheat. But let me show you again. So you can see it takes a while. Kabloom, right? And then I click on it, and then it shows up. And then I click on it again, and it
Maybe
brings
it
me
might
in.
be too much. Yeah, maybe it might be too much to add the clicky thing. You have to.
Yeah, because it kind of already takes out quite a bit of
Yeah.
time, right? Yeah. Yeah, but in
Maybe.
in any
Where's the
case.
arrow that you're talking about?
Oh yeah. There?
No, not that arrow.
No,
Okay.
not from here.
Confirm?
Wait. So what do you mean?
Confirm?
What other arrow?
Confirm? There's no arrow here
This one?
to indicate that you can move left and right.
Back to gacha box. Yeah.
Oh, I get what you mean. So you mean
Yeah. So
something
okay,
like this, right?
let's say somebody. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh damn, I forgot about that.
Because I was looking at it, I was like, so how would the player know that they can use the?
You are absolutely right. I forgot about it. Hang on. Page indication for character state. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Thanks, man. Okay.
And I expect your animation, your gacha machine to animate coins going into it.
No.
Well, it's tickets though. It's not coins.
Okay, let's change it to tickets then. Okay. I expect tickets to be fed into the machine.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, this gachapon machine is like coin operated, right? Right. Yeah, look at
No, it's a ticket feeder.
That's the computer. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
So, I will see a coin slot.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a problem now, right? So you see, all of the characters has been unlocked, like 1 and 2, but I did not handle it. So like, if I try to, I didn't even like do any specific check, right? So if I try to unlock now, right, it will actually blow up. Whee! So
Explode.
yeah, exploded. So yeah, because I tried to retrieve a character and it returned null, so there's nothing. So I have to fix that. So that's just what I'm gonna do next week. Aside from that, right, I need to add the more sound effects. There's a lot of missing UI sound effects. There's also certain sound effects from during gameplay itself that I have not played, that I have not made. For example, the sound effects that is supposed to play when you go from normal state to sudden death. So that's one thing I
You
need
still
to add.
haven't added that?
Sorry?
I thought you already added that one.
No,
thought
I
you already added that
have
one.
yet to add it. Yeah, I don't even know how I'm supposed to do it. Like I'm thinking of just recording a laughter, right, and then beat crushing it. Yeah,
Is that a
but
laughter?
yeah, like you know, like when the time runs out and then sudden death kicks in, you hear like or something like that, right?
But that implies, I guess that's some more ability, because that implies there's somebody doing this. As opposed to
yeah, sure,
it
why
just
not?
being like some kind of random random weather event.
Yeah,
that implies that there's like a villain or something.
good point. Maybe that's like my game's equivalent of Dr. Wily.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking just now to laugh. I was like, why not?
Yeah. So so that's one thing I need to do.
How about reverse Latin phrase or something?
No, I'm not.
Well, you get it for free.
I'm not making what do you call that? Demonic themed games, right? Yeah. That's more of Chao's thing. Also, I need to work on tutorial, IAP, add integration. So like after all of that is done, right? I think I will be done with the game. Oh no, I need to add like 8 more characters. I want to ship with 10 characters. And after that I will need to reach out to Apple and we'll see where to go from there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought you were gonna do like 100.
100 over time, I guess. You know, like I don't think John has seen this, but you know, John, let me just show you very quickly, very quickly. Like the model that I have, right, is made using this tool. You might have seen this, but I'm not very sure. You remember Sprite Stack Studios, John?
Maybe is this the same one that you used to make the truck?
No, the truck
No.
uses Magical Voxel.
Ah,
Then we ran a Python script to export every single layer, right? This one
right.
allows editing layer by layer. It's a lot.
Oh, wow.
It's a primitive. It's a tool that is way more primitive than Magical Voxel, I feel. But to me, it's easier to work with because I don't know. I think because there's lesser feature, right? You know, so like I work within the means. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. And then like if I click on the exporter, right, you can see that
Oh wow.
they do like you know, shadowing, shadow mapping and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, you can render shadow onto itself as well. I don't know how they do it. Like probably
They're
a
probably
technique
like an
similar.
algorithm, so
Yeah, I'm guessing the technique is probably similar to shadow mapping, but I'm not sure.
the only thing that matters is that it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy cow.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm done. So I guess it's Devious's turn.
Alright, I got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, let me just.
Oh, just to comment, like for the gacha machine, I was wondering if you are gonna change the number of balls in the thing based on how many characters you have left to unlock.
Well, no, because there's other people that are going to come by that are also going to get some. So everyone's buying from the same machine. That's the lure I'm going with to make it easier on shit.
Yeah, John, start giving me more work, John.
Oh, an infinite gacha machine. Okay.
No, but
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
John, you have a good point. So, just now you notice how the game crashed, right? When I hit unlock because I've already unlocked every character. So if there is no more characters to unlock, maybe I can just make it be empty, right? And I say it's out of service, right, or something like that. What's the
But if you
proper
do
term?
that,
Sorry?
if you do that though,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to make it. If there's only like one left, then you're gonna have to only have one in there. If there's two left, you're only gonna have to have two in there. Otherwise, it'll go from completely full to completely empty really fast.
Yeah,
Like,
I was thinking
That's
of
true.
making it completely full and completely empty because all it needs to communicate is there's something there and there's nothing there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess you go
when you
like
unlock
five.
the
Huh?
So just like jumble it rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just have it like 1, 5, and 10.
Oh, yeah, perhaps.
or like if you get the last one, then it just explodes and throws balls.
My God, more work.
You
No,
could do that.
no,
Cracks or
I'm just
something.
going to do it in a reasonable amount of time. So probably nothing too fancy. Yeah.
Oh, deja vu.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Unless you've said that before, but yeah, that's what it yeah. Oh, I swear you said that. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Okay. You get a quick drink.
Okay.
Okay. So I've actually made a bunch of different changes. Sort of. So before it was, what was it? 160 by 90 or 90 by 60. I don't know how to. Whatever. 160 by 90. And I basically just doubled it so I could have more room to do more things. It was getting a little cluttered, but also I wanted to be able to fit more things for like the inventory and stuff, so I was able to blow it up. Okay, so you have your tabs, like I said before. I switched these around. This is actually isn't going to be here anymore. That would be the shop, but now that's going to be something else. So you have this is your stats of your current character that you have out, which is going to be out in the little thing, and you'll be able to they'll be showing here and stuff. And you'll be able to do things like, while they're out, you'll be able to like, pet them, play some music, pet them, or brush them, music, pet them, feed them. Give it tabs.
Nice, the Tamagotchi stuff.
Yeah, the original focus of the game. That isn't a focus anymore, apparently.
It's become a combat game.
Yeah, it became a combat game. It became Pokemon, basically. Okay, so you have the character thing, you have what you're strong against, what you're weak against. This is your attributes, or your auras, that's what I'm calling them. You have your regular stats. This actually means, no, that's right. Strength, defense. In Pokemon, it'd be special attack, special defense, but in this one, it's aura attack, aura defense, and then luck. It used to be speed, but I took out speed because luck. I'm not doing a speed thing because I couldn't find enough uses for speed, so I just changed it to luck. Because a lot of I'm gonna have it to where you can't actually miss attacks unless you like dodge out of them or something specifically says that you can miss it or whatever, And speed is also in Pokemon. Speed determines whose attack goes first, I believe. I did a good chunk of research, but I wasn't sure if I understood their speed entirely. But I think that's how it works. It determines priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that isn't really a thing because both actions happen at the same time.
I believe in Pokemon sometimes you can get 2 hits in right before your enemy even reacts.
I don't know. Can you? I have no idea.
That depends on the attack. Like some attacks are multi-attack.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know that, but I meant like I think Chiny meant like you can attack.
Yeah, like
first.
Attack, and then the UI goes back to you and you choose attack again. Has that ever happened? No.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't play.
Yeah. Right. Or is it always guaranteed that it's your turn, then enemy's turn, then your turn, then enemy's turn?
See. That's what I assumed it was because what I saw on the speed stat, you each at least have one turn every round.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you confusing it with Chiny? Are you confusing it with Fire Emblem, where if your speed stat is like twice your opponent's speed stat, you actually get in 2 attacks?
Oh
yeah, maybe I got confused with like other games. Yeah.
It could be a Pokemon thing. I've never ran into that. I've never heard of that, but I don't play a lot of Pokemon, so
right.
I'm not very familiar with that particular. That's why I've been doing a lot more research because I'm learning all the actual strategies and stuff that people use and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you have health, experience, sleep, food, mood,
noise.
Yeah, and you got it used to be you can equip each each dragon.
Digigons.
I used to have it to where each Digigon could equip all 12 items, but I'm going to have it instead to where like this is going to be the player's items that you can use for all of them, and then each one's going to have their own 6. They can use like those whenever they're out, or the general use that you can use on any of your Digigons that are out.
Oh.
Then you have these are going to be the personality traits. So when you get a Digigon, I get used to saying that. you're gonna have like different little personality traits that'll pop up.
Yeah.
And I haven't decided whether or not they'll automatically be showing like when you first get it, or if they'll show up slowly as you like play with it or whatever. And so like if you brush it, it'll be like I hate brushes, or if you try and feed it a certain kind of fruit, it'll be like I hate that fruit, or I love that fruit, or I love brushies, that kind of thing. And you'll slowly like gain one thing, and they'll do different things or something. But some of them affect stats. I'm probably gonna balance it to where some of them are like moods, and then most of them are like actual stat things. Like this one is they experience up, experience down. They gain less, they gain more. Turtle, they gain a natural defense up, strength down, strength up. Oh yeah, I gotta change that. That's no longer relevant. Speed. Then you like they eat more food, they eat less food, or actually I don't know how to. Whatever. You get the idea. Right, then you can go to your team here, and it shows like all your little things. It's a little. I don't know if it's too cluttered because when you're actually playing the game, I don't know how much information you want to get really quick. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put as much as I want. If it's too cluttered, I can take off things little by little. But it basically tells you you have 6 attacks. I'll actually come back to that because that's a whole thing. Okay, so you have your six techniques or actions. You have 4 of these and 2 of these. There's a reason these are split. And you have the 12, and then you have the 12. I gotta change this to be the 6 again because I just added I just changed it to where the player actually has their own things.
All right.
And then you have this general thing that shows the current stats. So that's basically what all this means. Oh yeah, and you have your auras, and your attack, and your level, and your name, and your
This is no longer a small game, isn't it?
I don't know. It looks like a lot, but it doesn't feel like a lot. Like while I'm programming it and while I'm designing it, because it's like this is all handled. Like I only need to do one. The work I need to do for this is honestly just one.
Yeah.
And I just use a for loop to just do it for all 6 of them.
Yes.
And in the basic, because it looks like a lot, but when I'm messing with it, it starts off very simple. I want to use that word a little loosely there, but it starts off very simplistic. And then the reason it looks complicated is because you start seeing everything like compounding together.
Yeah.
You start seeing how it like messes with each other. But the actual, I realized that, or I think I could be wrong, but I think the majority of the time for developing Pokemon games is in the actual traversing and not necessarily the combat.
Right.
For the combat, it's the balancing that would probably take a good chunk of that, and like the animations and stuff. But the general math and like all this stuff, they're very simple, like little algorithms. I don't want to call them algorithms because it's like formulas. That's the word. They're very simple little formulas that just take all this stuff into account, and you can just punch in the numbers. But like the computer's going to be doing that naturally. Once you put in that simple little formula, then it'll just compound on itself, and it'll just make it look even more complicated. But behind the scenes, it really isn't that complicated from what I've been looking at, or how I plan on programming it anyways. Maybe their way is a lot more complicated, but from what I was researching, and when you actually look at the singular details and stuff, like you have think of it as like constants, the constant of the items, the constant of the stats, which in this game is only like 5. These are the only ones that really matter, and the health, I guess. But yeah, for right now, the main ones are just these 5. And then you just get those together. You just get the items together, which is just a quick little check to just add up a number. And then you apply that to whatever numbers you get from the enemy. And then you just do some quick little math. And then that determines like the damage and stuff. When it comes to effects and whatnot, I have some experience with that whenever I was messing with the card games, and that wasn't too difficult either. Once I got the system going, it was simple to just keep adding like new little mechanics and stuff. It was the most of that time was spent just creating the system itself rather than building up the system or adding to the system, I should say.
Right.
Yeah. So did I go for it? Yeah. So that's all that. Get the levels. Get the little inventory. I'm gonna come back to this because I have a bunch of items and stuff that I want to show real quick that aren't actually in the game. They're just written. But yeah. This I haven't worked on. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna actually keep this in this menu, but this is supposed to be like the gym where you can train them and whatnot. This is the map I was working on right before the what do you call it? It's just a very rough map, like to get the idea of what I was going before. Although this isn't entirely accurate because you would click the node and then that node would go into like another little map, and then you would that's the map that you would be like clicking on things to like search, and there's like a little timer, it'll tick up or down or whatever.
Right.
And this little magnifying glass, it'll do the little Windows thing where it's like ooh, looking, and then it'll tell you like what you find, anything, any items, any creatures, any digigons. I was calling Digigons. Yeah, so you can find any digigons, and then that's basically how the map system would work. There's gonna be a town somewhere in here. I haven't decided exactly where everything's gonna be, but you click on that node, and that goes to the little town, and then that town you're just gonna have little nodes, and that's where you have other little systems. For example, the shop. The shop I might actually take out of that too. The main system. We actually have to go to the shops, which actually made me think maybe I might actually start adding in more cities to split up stuff and have them kind of basic to be focused on the particular types that you can find in that area.
Right.
And the particular things that you can find, which again isn't that difficult. It's just sorting, just me picking things out that I've been. Again, I'll come back to that. I have a whole list. Okay, so and this was the options and stuff. So that's going to be in the front, whatever. That's always going to be, available. Okay, so the actual. Where is it? Okay, items. Let's start with the items. Okay, items. Okay, so a bunch of these are very similar, but I don't know if you noticed, Chiny, but I was talking to Carol?
Yeah.
Is that who I was? No,
Carol,
someone else.
Carol's the artist, right?
Yeah. Well, the same artist.
Whoa, what's that?
Yeah, that's don't worry about that. They post all kinds of weird shit in there. My bad. Where are you, Chiny? Game dev, right here. Strange Dude. Strange Dude is the one I was talking with.
Oh, Strange Dude, right.
Yeah, Strange Dude. What was I going? Yeah. So I was having a conversation with him, and I was like curious of how I should name the naming conventions for the items and whatnot. And because originally I was going to give every single item a unique name, because in Pokemon they have things like the black belt or the headband and whatnot, but they're all specific. They do only one thing, and they don't have like a classification kind of system.
Right.
For some of them they do, but yeah. So like they had all these unique names, and then I have all these things, so I decided to use generic or not unique classifications, I guess is what I would call it.
Okay.
So if you look at this, you look at this first word, it's fresh, charred, dew, volt, pure. Each one applies to a specific kind of type. So you have the fresh seeds. So anything fresh is going to be plant related. So if you look over here, you have fresh bark, charred bark, dew bark. So the fresh bark is going to be plant attack. The fresh root is going to be plant attack. Fresh amber.
Right.
So that's how I'm determining the type. And then each the second word is basically the thing it affects for in this particular category.
Yeah.
So all the seeds, they boost your attack if hit by a plant or by a particular type. So if you have a charred seed, and if you get hit by a fire attack, you get +1 attack. So each one. So that's what all the seeds do. They add attack. All the barks, they add defense. All the roots add aura attack. Now the amber adds aura defense. And,
right.
I wanted to make it like a little more thematic. So like the bark, it's like hard, like a defense thing. So it's defense. Root. I don't know. I kind of ran out of plant parts. So
it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it made enough sense to where I was like, okay, that's fine. That's good. Whatever. Oh yeah. Now we have the status effects. Status effects have their own little thing. So like, no, that's not status effects. Get out of here. Where are those? Oh no, these are something else. Okay, yeah, okay. So like the ruby, the coins, they affect whenever an action misses. Whether it's supposed to be different, but it's supposed to be if your attacks miss or if your opponent's attacks miss. Like I said, you can miss, but that's if you like dodge out of the way using one of your movement things that I'm going to show. You have these. Some of them do have unique names. That's what these things are. But I might actually end up changing that, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, anyways. Okay, so then we go on to the moves. I've been looking through a bunch of Pokemon moves and getting ideas and stuff to, see how they do it and see if I can get some used to stuff, which also helped me influence some new ideas that I don't know if Pokemon uses. Whether or not they do, it doesn't matter, but I like some of the things that I was doing. I don't exactly remember which ones were new, but whatever. This is to let me know, or to whoever, that what the status effects do. They're a bit different than Pokemon. I believe in Pokemon Frozen you can't do anything, but in this one you just deal less damage.
Right.
Because you're slower, so your attacks are like, slow.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. That's the logic I'm using.
That's not cut as deep, right?
Yeah. The poison is no damage dealer. Burn is more damage dealt to it. So like you take more damage when you burn. You don't take damage over time when you burn, because I'm thinking more like the scarring kind of burning, not necessarily you're always on fire kind of burning. Part of that is also because I didn't see the Pokemon does it too, I believe, where you take burn damage. But then I was like, well, I already have poison. What's the point of having a damage dealer that's also just another status effect? So I was like, I'm just gonna keep it as just like its own special thing, so it doesn't like cover over this.
Right.
So it makes poison types have more of a focus, which I put down. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so you have Frozen, you have Stun. Stun is like, paralyze. It's a catch-all for pretty much everything that keeps you from doing actions. Compared to Pokemon, Confusion. I actually did this one. That's a Pokemon thing, or at least the hurting yourself. I don't know about the different move thing. So it will cause you to like use like a different move or whatever. That I'm gonna test. I don't know how bad or good that'll be. And then Jinx is minus
stack
each turn.
Can you stack statuses?
I was thinking about that. Individually, yes. So like you can have all 6 at the same time. But then I was thinking, so let's say you wanted to stack poison. So like you would get a little number above it, and it would be like you have 4 stacks of poison. I think I'm gonna do that, to be honest, because I really like that idea. It'll help also the creatures, the Digigons. I keep wanting to call them one or the other, Digimon or Pokemon. Anyways, so it'll help how their little focusing goes. Then I'm still working on how I want to do the combat entirely. So like right now it's set to melee and range, and then physical and aura. So like some attacks are usually a mix between both of these, but never like the same one. So you never have a melee and a range, or a P and A, physical and aura. Maybe I might have some P and A. That one seems more likely. The other one, basically, if it can go anywhere, it's range. Then I have all the moves I've been working on. So physical, the range, and then pretty much every move is going to have an effect. And every type is going to have a catch-all defense kind of thing, maybe? I don't know about catch-all, but yeah. So like, if you look at this, this one has a dodge. These are the generics, so like anyone can learn these. You can just do like a simple dodge, but it'll minus your luck, or kind of thing. I might change that, but whatever. This is just an example of the kind of defending things. And this one's just regular defense. Takes 0 damage from physical. This was inspired by that Dragon Seeds game that I had mentioned before, which is a similar fighting system with moving back and forth, but they only had 3 actions, I believe. It was Taunt, Sword, and Reflect.
Right.
And I really liked the whole like rock, paper, scissors way they were doing theirs. So I was like, okay, you can mess with this to whatever. And this is generics, whatever. Okay. And you have all your plant little attacks. I put what each one focuses on for right now. So plants focus on aura attacks, which is they gather aura. Think of it as like the solar beam. They have a solar beam. Yeah, they have a solar beam. I might name it something else, but right now it's a placeholder name is solar beam. And then it loses attack, whatever itself, because I'm gonna have it to where they can gain a lot of it or whatever.
Leak Touch. Is that like Leech Seed?
Leech what?
Leak Touch. Line 522.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon move called the Leech Seed, right? Where.
Yeah, that one's here. Yeah, but Leaf Touch is similar, I guess. So it's a what is this? Oh yeah, it's an aura attack. It's a melee attack. So if you successfully hit them with that particular attack, you'll gain aura attack. So you're not leeching off their health; you're leeching off their attack. Right. I was thinking of adding like your opponent also loses attack or whatever, but I was thinking of just keeping it to where they just gain attack because I don't want to be too strong. It is a melee attack though. I don't believe melees will be like the most used moves in the game, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so we have the defenses. Each one has special defenses. So like this one takes 0 damage from aura attacks, and if you use it at the same time, then it'll heal self if hit with the aura. In this case, Leaf Shield 0 from aura plus attack if hit with A. So this one, like I said, focus on aura attacks, which is this particular stat, and they do other stuff. Fires focus on applying burn, which is where they take more damage whenever they're burned. So I still got to go through and add even more, whatever. Because a few of these are pretty low. I just have the names and a rough idea of what they do, but for the most part, I got to do this. I have a little minimum system where each one has to have 2 millers, each one has to have 2 range, each one has to have 2 aura, 2 physical, maybe. I'm a little loose on that one. Each one has to have 2 defenses, each one has to have 2 techs, which is what the T means. And each one has to have 1 constant, I believe I put. And the constant is basically like Poke powers, I guess. So they're always active. They have special triggers if certain things happen. Did I write that up here? Oh, I didn't. No, whatever, it's fine. And you get the water, focuses on healing. No healing. Electric focuses on stun and movement, so they can move back and forth really quick. They have a Zap Rush and a Zap Run. That lets them take 0 damage, but they move forward. They have a chance to stun themselves. I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but I'm going to... Yeah, whatever. There might be 2 weak. Whatever. Then you have the crystals. The crystal type, that's going to focus on buffing allies. And yeah, they do that. Ghost, that's probably my favorite one. That's probably, as you can tell. They have like 50 moves. Basically, their whole thing is focused on stat effects and conditions. So like, this is the whole system right here, but that's not the same attack. Basically, it's gonna have little attacks that are they do more damage if like. Oh yeah, no, it's this one. Or whatever. This is gonna do something. I forget what this was, but whatever. Oh yeah, no, these are the melee attacks, right? These are the melee attacks that deal the actual status effects. But because melee is harder to hit with, as opposed to range, which can be used from any distance, the melee can only be used like when you're up close. I'll show that. Maybe just show that now. Yeah, okay, I'll just show that now. Hopefully it plays. Okay, so this is the idea. You have your ranges. You have the middle range. You have the 2 range, which is like space in the middle, and then you have the 3 range where you can be outside. Right. You go here. You go like, okay, I want to go forward, and then she's biting me. Then I can bite back. But say like, she's probably gonna move out of the way. Okay, now she's move in. You can do that. You bite. I'm trying to get it to where one of them misses. Okay, it's not happening. Whatever.
Oh, so you're queuing your actions, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Let me explain that. So you have each of these is going to be the moves. So you have action 1, action 2, action 3, action 4, 5, and 6, which is these right here. So you can have 6 slots. You unlock them slowly as you level up your digiguns. Then you can like switch them out and stuff. That's going to be a little system too that I'm going to talk about. I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah. Okay, so basically you put in your actions. So like this is the bite action. It doesn't say it, but I know. Right. So when you put it in, this little thing fills in right here. And you can put in your second one, then that's your finalized action. And you can, as you can see, it has like a certain distance. So like both of those attacks missed because they're not in melee range. But if you're like close up, oh well, okay, now she runs away. So yeah, if you're close up, you can like bite. Yeah. But if say
I think I
Oh,
think
no.
the
Yeah, like a
video
dot
is
shape.
frozen for me, I think.
Yeah, it's frozen for me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do I... Wait, for the game or
The
for
game. Game.
Stream, the whole
Stream
screen
is
is...
yeah. Do you want to
Yeah, let me restart.
reshare the video?
Oh, weird.
As I was waiting for the action, right? But the Digigon is just standing there.
Alright,
Did not
so wait,
happen.
oh, so you haven't seen the move yet?
No, I mean you're trying to show like the queuing of the different actions, right? But it didn't show up on screen. Oh, it seems like I can't even see your video now.
Neither can I.
Uh-oh, internet problems.
I mean, I'm fine. on my end.
Yeah.
Wait, let me close the game. If that does anything.
Oh, okay.
Can you see what I'm doing?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, we're looking at a grey screen.
Let me stop it again.
Discord is failing us.
Go live. What about now?
Let's see. Ah, yes, we see something now. We see Discord.
Do you see Game Maker?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You see like all the green and everything?
Yes.
Never mind. Can you see the game?
Yes.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. Okay. What was I saying? Where was I? Oh yeah, where did it stop? Or where? At what point?
The
did it...
queuing of actions, we didn't actually see any feedback for that.
So whenever I was pressing buttons, so you didn't see the
Yeah.
move at all?
Sorry?
We stopped at the part where you were talking about like I think queuing 2 byte actions when you're far away.
Ah.
Oh, nothing happened?
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
frozen for us.
Oh, okay. Let me right, okay, so to queue an action you can move back and forth. Okay, so let's say press a 0 is the back arrow to move backwards away from the enemy. It fills in this little thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first action. And then you program another action. Yeah. See. So I moved away and then they moved away, or no, they stayed there and they tried to bite me. Or whatever happened. Wasn't fully paying attention. I was making sure it was working. So yeah, so like I dodged the attack, whatever. And then I moved back, or they moved towards me, which made us closer. But I had the bite already queued up. So then I ended up biting them because they moved forward. So that was their action was moving forward, and my action at the same time was the bite. But
Wait, where you currently are, right? Like let's say you're in the innermost circle, and then you choose bite, and then you back away, right? So
Yeah.
it will execute in order. Am I right? You will bite first, then you move away.
You bite first, and then it'll do the move away. So if I use bite, which is one bite and move away, it'll bite first and move away. But they also move towards me. That was their action. So it didn't, yeah. So if I do it again, I bite them, then we both moved away. That's why it went so far, because I moved away, so it would be on this one, but then they moved away as well, so then they went
further. I see.
So that increased the distance, yeah. So I can move forward, yeah. It's basically how it works right now. I may need to work on that, because it's pretty far, so like if I moved away and they moved away, or when you saw them like zoom really far away, that looks like it should be like 4 forward steps, but it's actually only like 2. So you only need to move up 2 to actually, they moved away. So yeah, only 2, 1, 2, to actually catch up to that little spot right there.
Right.
So I might need to work out a way to like make that a little more readable, like zoom it around or something. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, so that's how that all works. And depending on where you are, so like that's what the medium and the range thing does. If you're far away, like all the way at the ends, you could use your range attack and that would be able to hit them. But if you use like a melee attack, like that bite, you wouldn't be able to hit them because you're too far. So you'd have to like move in and use your like attack or whatever. So like if you look at the electrics, electric type, he is very focused on moving around and stunning. So they have this particular move which moves forward twice, but it counts as one action. It also dodges damage. It's like, because they're doing like really fast or whatever. That was the idea behind it anyways. And this, just in case it's too powerful, I wanted to add this because I didn't know because it dodges damage and it also moves you. So I'll see how that goes, whatever. You have the ghosts. The ghosts are my favorite because they can, I don't know, I just like the ghosts. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun designing them too. Because the idea I was going with was they're little tricksters or whatever. So like if you look at their things, the candy bag move, it gives a random status effect. He basically just smacks them with the big candy bag.
Right.
You have the spine, whatever. Spine chill, chance to poison rival, or these were something, I don't know what these were. Oh yeah, it was a melee attacks, right, okay, yeah. I gotta remember that. Anyways, you have the little moves, horse cough. These do extra damage based on what status effect you have, or if you use it while they have a status effect or whatever. You can only equip 6 moves, so you can't really like focus entirely on something like this. So you'd have to like build your particular ghost Digigon to do certain things, or because they're double types, they can use like these moves and other moves. So like you would want to combine it with like, I don't know, a lightning and a ghost,
Right.
which I don't have yet. Yeah, so you can like make that particular Digigon to focus around a certain playstyle, and then you make other ones to like complement it, that kind of thing. Building your team and whatnot. This one I haven't messed with fully. Oh yeah, that's the grounds. Grounds I haven't gotten to much in thought. Grounds are going to be focused on physical attacks and physical defense. Part of their thing is going to be they're going to be able to go around certain defenses. So they're going to have like attacks that will ignore like the aura defense or whatever. And they'll have like physical attacks that are just non-aura attacks, I guess, because they're ground, they're dirt. So whatever. I'm going to figure out how to truly work on them more. And I'll see how all this works or whatever not. See how that goes. Poison, of course, focuses on applying poison. So they're going to have moves that do all kinds of things like that. Then you have ice, which is going to be focused on applying freeze, which is going to make the opponent, deal less damage. And again, you have double types or multi-types. I just call them double types because that's 2. Multi-type makes it sound like it's a lot more. Yeah, so double types. So you can combine like poison and ice to like slow them or whatever. Make them weak, but also slowly hit them over time. Or combine poison with stun, so you like stun them while they're getting poisoned. That kind of combination. Before I go to this next section, I'm going to leave it here. How you combine things. So the idea is some of these will have the possibility to be different types. So if you look at Garnigree, she is currently crystal and lightning, or electric and crystal.
Yeah. I
think how I'm going to do it is she's going to have the possibility to, whenever you get her at random, like in the wild or something, or whenever you make one of them, because you'll be able to make them. Think of like hereditary. So there will be ways to where you can get like, say, lightning and a ghost, and her little design will change a little. I'm on the fence on that. The only real reason I want to do that is so that players can have some kind of, like if they want to Garnigree, but they also want a certain kind of type mix-up, but not all of the types will be available for every Digigon. I was also thinking of just taking this out. I don't think I'm going to have genders. I'm just going to have it to where they can just spawn whoever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Keep it simple, right?
Yeah, so it's simple, it's quick, it's easy. Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the code? What was I saying? Yeah, so they can have different types, so like hereditary, so like you can have a Garnigree that's both lightning and ghost, and not have a crystal type, but then her design will change a little. I'll see whether or not I'll do that, but right now I am I'm leaning more towards doing that. And to actually make them, you're gonna find like special stones, or aura gems. And you're gonna go to like a specific building, and they're gonna like combine them, whatever. Then you're gonna have to like take care of that egg. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna make it an egg or not, or something else entirely. But you'll just take care of it, whatever, watch it, keep it cool, whatever. Then it'll eventually hatch. Maybe. I don't know if you'll just automatically get it right when you combine them. I'm still thinking on that one.
Is there a limit to how many Digigons you can own?
Yes, and I was thinking about that actually earlier. That's why I just added the daycare.
Right.
The daycare and the Safari Zone I just added. So basically I was going to put a limit in the daycare, so you can only have like, I don't know, 100.
Right.
100 different, maybe 50 different Digigons at once. And then you can like trade them between your team or whatever. And then, or you can like release them, which I just thought of this like an hour before the stream. So there's the safaris. All right, let me go through each of these like on their own. First we have the ranch. This is where you take care of your Digigons or dragons, I codename them right now. This is where you can like equip them with stuff and whatnot. You take care of them. Shop is where you buy things. It's like a location and a little node that you click, go to the shop. Like I said, I might end up adding more cities where shops are particularly focused on certain kinds of things.
Right.
You have a gym, you can train levels, dragons train other dragons. Oh yeah, this was a mechanic I think I'm gonna love doing. Basically you go to the gym and you select 2 of your dragons, and then you select a move. And you tell one dragon, okay, teach this move to this dragon. And then time's gonna get to pass, and then they'll learn the attack. So, you have to choose like which one to replace, if there is one to replace or whatever. And then they'll be able... One of the things I didn't like about Pokemon is that they forgot about moves. It also didn't make sense to me. So once they learn an attack, you'll be able to switch it out between your 6 choices. So they never lose like the attacks or whatever. So let's say in this case, Garnigree, let's say she had a full stack of 6 and she knew 6 other attacks. You could like come in here and be like, okay, I'm gonna switch out lightning with I don't know, thunderbolt or whatever, and then but she'll still know lightning and thunderbolt. But that's just to like build up their repertoire or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So that's that idea. I think I'm gonna have fun with that one. Whatever. Train levels. Oh yeah, there's gonna be one where you can retrain the some of the traits that they initially have, so you can like. Whatever. Daycares, it holds the extra dragons. The Coliseum. I was talking with my friend about this, and I didn't know this was a thing. I think they call it the Battle Tower in Pokemon. I think that's what they said it was. So I'm going off of that idea, and I'm also going off the Monster Rancher idea, where there's different ranks, F to S rank, and you can. Because one of the things all my friends actually said was they wanted to fight more trainer types with like full parties. They wanted to have that experience of fighting like a full team.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'll just like I had the Coliseum idea, but then I was like, well, what I could do is just have it to where you can have rank matches, which is like how you can go up and rank and whatnot, and then just sparring matches, which are both give you experience and stuff and give you like money or whatever. But it's the rank that helps you build up, your rank.
Right.
Sparring, spar. Then you have the tournament, which is you fight. There's a bracket, and then you fight people one after another, and you can't like fully heal your creatures. You just keep fighting with them. There's gonna be like moments where you can heal and stuff, but that's the idea behind that. It's like a gauntlet. Yeah.
Right.
And then we get to the Safari Zone. So the Safari Zone. Basically what you do is this is where you can release your dragons. Let them roam around, let them be free and whatnot. But once you do that, release dragons will give you gifts over time. So as you release more of them, they'll give you like little things or whatever. Or they'll give you crystals as well, gems and whatnot, that you can use to make more Digigons. So more release dragons use more gifts over time. This was me determining like where you can find certain creatures in certain kinds of towns. Whatever. I'm gonna do that more later itself. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot to code in.
Is it? I don't know about it because this. I technically already coded this in,
Right.
but I had to change some stuff, the movement and the placements.
Mm.
So that's not going to be a problem to code in.
I was thinking like with so much data to work with, I'm curious to know how you would go about doing balancing.
You know, I am too. I have no idea. So this is definitely going to be a beta game. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to test that kind of thing because there's just too much. Yeah, because there is too much data overall. Like, once it's all compounded together, there's no way for me to know what kind of, the meta. There's no way for me to know the meta because there's just too much information.
Yeah.
Like, putting it in will be simple. Changing things off the data, that's gonna take some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, with so many things, I wonder if I think it's fairly easy to like accidentally leave something in there for people to exploit, right? And then it becomes in the worst case scenario, the exploit would be so powerful that it became the only way to play the game.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like, I'm curious if a particular type will just take over and just start doing that. But part of the help with that is to do some of these items. God, so much crap. I gotta region these out.
It's a lot of stuff, yeah.
A lot of it's the same though. So like once I program one of them, the other ones that come after are gonna be simple.
Right.
And they're pretty flat number calculations, to be honest.
Right.
And like simple little if statements. Yeah. So I don't believe that's gonna be too difficult. Yeah, it'll still take time. It'll still be a little tedious to do all that. But yeah, I have a plan on how I'm gonna do all that. Yeah, so like certain items affect. That's why I have these particular kinds of items. So if, let's say, a particular type does start taking over, I figure that people will using these to boost stats to fight against those particular things. I don't want to focus on that though, because I don't want people to take up their entire item slots just to defend against the meta. So I'd be able to, if I happen to see that the meta is changing, I'll be able to change things around. Again, beta, so there's no way I can know the full balance of this game. Oh wait, there's one more thing I wanted to show. I think. Yeah, there's one thing. The ladder. I just added a still type, or technically it's not planned out fully, but I just added in this little list to see like what it would be weak against, what it would be strong against. So right now this is the current. I don't know what you would call that. Stat grid? No. Strength and weakness? I don't know, whatever. Resistance.
Some kind of type matrix.
Yeah, but those first two words, I don't know what the hell to call it. Because this just determines like what they're weak against and what they're strong against. So
I think we call it a matchup table.
Oh, there you go. That's a lot. That's a good. Yeah, matchup table. There you go. Yeah, so the matchup table is this little thing right here. I've been working around how to like best have it. Before this was on the bottom, like this, and so yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, this is what it looked like before as well. But the big issue with this design is that I kind of ran out of room on the bottom. So and this is 320 by 180, and I want the players to be able to see the full. What is it called? Matchup table? Was it?
Yes. Matchup table. So it looks like grass is weak against fire, right? That's how you read it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you read
strong against water, right.
I don't know if how Pokemon's things are. I just did it based off my own logic.
Yeah.
But I wanted to also give it like an even spread. So like, there's no particular group that's super strong. I believe, except for maybe poison. No, poison's weak to everything.
So electric. In your case, electric is strong against grass type, right?
Yes.
Right. I think
My
Pokemon is the
logic-
opposite. I think for Pokemon it's opposite, right? John, is that it?
Yeah, I think it is
Yeah.
actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like, why? Because in my head I was like, well, when lightning hits a tree, the tree doesn't.
I'm not sure, man.
Brush it off. I assume for some of the typing, because I saw some of the typing in when I was looking up like items and stuff.
Right.
I assume some of that is due to balance issues, because they have like 17. Yeah, they have 17 types now, and I only have I have 10 now, including. Oh no, I have 11, including the steel type.
Right.
Right. 10 now. 11 now because it's steel type. And then they have the generic attacks, which don't really have a strength against or weakness against.
Right.
I might change that, but I'm probably not going to. So I want it to be like generics. Anyone can use. They don't have a weakness or strength against anything. I think that was the last thing. Yeah, okay, now that's the last thing. But yeah, it was a little hard trying to decide on exactly what was good against what or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh wait, how do you read this one again? Oh yeah, it's left the bottom or top. Yeah, this is what I wasn't sure how to do this. Like, how do you set these up? Like, is it like how do you read this? Like right away, how do you read this one?
How do I read this?
Do you read it as this one strong against, or this one versus this one? Or
Yes, yeah, that's how I read it. Yeah, I look at the left side first, the vertical axis first. I'm like, okay, the first one is grass type, and then I just scan horizontally. Oh, grass is weak against fire. Grass is strong against water. Yeah, that's how I read it.
Because this one I had it had it on the bottom, and it was kind of similar.
Right, but I feel like maybe placing it at the top is like more intuitive.
Yeah, that's why.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's why I moved it. I've been trying to figure out whether or not I wanted to have.
I mean, because like if you work with Excel sheets, right? Like this is basically how you would read it, right?
Yeah, but that's not like a general thing. Like most people don't mess with Excel sheets.
Right.
So I didn't want to come from that approach.
True.
I didn't want to come from a programmer or whatever approach.
Right.
Particularly for that reason.
You might want to show this to like people from like a non-developed.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should. Pokemon fans, I should probably show this to. To be honest, is Nugget in the stream? I don't know. If
no, Nugget is not in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He'd probably be able to tell me quicker. Yeah, I just ask Pokemon fans, see what they say. I don't know how Pokemon fanatic, whatever y'all are.
Yeah, I'm thinking fighting game fans will immediately understand this as well.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, because like fighting game, well, especially those who are really into fighting games, they are familiar with the matchup tables, I think. Cool.
Well, I'll probably have it to where like you can switch it around, I guess. I don't know. Like click here, or if you hover up here, then it'll become opposites. Basically, is what that does. I don't know. I'll probably just keep it like this. Keep it whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just hoping. I just don't want people to read it wrong and think like plants strong against fire.
Right.
Because from my experience of Cruller, there are some people that would read that as that.
Yeah.
Or as different. Just read it wrongly. So I'm particularly careful about that.
Yeah, you're right. That happens, right? I think it just boils down to testing.
Yeah, just gotta, or the what do you call it? Collateral damage, I guess. People who would do that will do it.
Right.
I guess they'll learn.
Yeah, they'll learn it the hard way. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna learn it the hard way. Oh, you guys. Oh, okay. Sure. That'll be good.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
All right. Looking forward to a playable build.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I'll have one next week.
Wait, sorry, what?
Maybe I'll have one next week.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah. Well, the basic moving around UI interaction and some of the battle stuff, but not like the sheer numbers. Yeah. Well, the sheer numbers, I think I'll be able to do that.
Yeah, sheer numbers. Yeah. Well, shall we do a recap? Yeah. John, recap.
Yeah. Recap. Yeah, I went away for 1 week and I come back and Chiny Chiny's making a gacha game, and Devious is making a monster collection game. Wow.
Well, my game is almost done, John.
Uh,
When are you gonna finish yours?
uh,
End
It'll
of the
be
year?
done when it's done.
Be done, it's done.
It'll be
Alright,
done
man.
when it's done.
Okay.
Okay, recap. So what am I going to do next week? Put a timer in the dang thing.
Alright, yeah. True that.
What about the random thing? Were you gonna do that?
The random placement?
What? Sorry.
Yeah, the random placement thing.
It's already random, right?
Yeah, it's already random.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
Mhm,
John was asking if he needs to make it deterministic so that like players can learn through repetition, right? That's what you say, right? Yeah, but I feel like I think keeping it random is more interesting. That's just how I
Yeah,
think.
just keep it random.
Yeah.
There's just no point doing that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is it my turn, John?
Yes.
I need to wrap up the game. I need to work on the leaderboard integration, and I need to test it on mobile phone. My intention is to get it done before the end of the month, so that I can send a build to Apple for feedback. Yeah. It's your turn, Devious.
My turn.
You just narrated your entire design document to us. That's what.
Okay, so wait, fuck. Do I talk about what I already went over, or?
What do you intend? Yeah, like just
Right,
a
okay,
summary. Yeah, what do you intend to do next week?
Okay, so the intent currently is just working on all the UI interaction before I start messing with the hard numbers and the programming the actual text in.
Right.
So I can get the idea of the feel of like navigating around the world to the shops, to the cities, to the different little locations on the map, which I'm definitely sure is going to change around, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, that's the plan right now. Yeah.
Cool, man.
UI navigate.
Yeah, I'm actually quite curious to know like how the game loop will be like, because like there's like exploration and everything, right? Like, I had always assumed your game would be more like an idle game in that you select an action, right? Then you go away, you wait some time, and you come back to it again. But
Again,
yeah, not sure if that's still
the
what you're
original. That was the original plan.
right, but now it's more involved, right? Now you
Yeah,
kind of
now
have
it's more involved.
right.
I think I'm gonna keep some of the idle stuff where you can like probably send them off to do things or whatever.
Right.
That way I can still keep some of the original intent of the game. I mean, I may just kill that idea, but I feel like I want to have that kind of thing. I want you to be able to send them off to like do their things. Oh, the other thing I was gonna add was a garden. That's what's gonna replace one of the things. A little garden where nothing too complicated, just a little grid. You can choose where you want to put a plant, and then that's where the plant goes. And you wait for it to sprout, and then you pick your fruit and your bark and your leaves. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, so the idle aspect, I definitely will probably, definitely probably will.
Right, definitely, probably, yes.
It's a bit of an oxymoron, I guess. Yeah, so I definitely probably will keep in the idle aspects. We can send them out to collect things and whatnot. But also, you can go out. From my experience from idle games in general, you have the idle aspects and you have the things that you can actually go and do. Usually, whenever you go and do the things, you collect the things that you would get from the idle stuff, like on their own. So yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll write it somewhere in here. I'll plan it out a little better.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to the playtesting build next week then. Haha. Yeah. Okay, shall we call it then?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Bye. Let's do this again
Bye-bye.
next week, same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you all soon.
Bye.
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 That was fun. Hey, yo, Maxime, thanks for dropping by, man. We just finished our little presentation. I was showing the my unlocking animation from yesterday. I'm not sure if you have seen the latest. Let me show you. Have you seen the latest version? Let me go to my save data. You always join at the end. Yeah, so the animation here is done. Like you can unlock a character. A bloom, there we go. That's the capsule right there, and then you get the character. I'm not sure if I've already shown you this, but yeah, there it is. Oh, you saw this, right. Thanks, man. I should probably program a line to... Yeah, I think you're right. I should have done that. I should have done it instead of like doing the replacement of the save data. I can do that. I can just write a custom command in my debug console for that. You finish your thing too. Wait, let me see. Nice! The queue is there. So if I wait it out... Oh! Smooth transition. Well done. Well done. It's good stuff. TLR? What's TLR? Oh, right, of course. The lion's roar. Awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. You have to learn how to preload images. Right. Awesome. Well, I guess it's almost time for me to go. I'll have to head out for a bit. Well, thanks for hanging around, mates. Thanks Devious, thanks Maxim. Hope to see you all soon. Tomorrow I'll have to return to work, to my part-time job, so I have to like wake up pretty damn early. I have to sleep early tonight. Before I go, let me see if... Hang on, no one's streaming. You know what? No need to raid. I'm just gonna go. Okay, anyways, thanks everyone. I'm gonna run the outro and then I'm gonna go. See y'all. Bye bye.